I'm Hannah Denhart, and I am a quad leader this summer, and this will be my fourth summer on staff. And today, I just want to talk about how to answer difficult questions your campers may have, and how to navigate if your camper comes to you with a question that you don't know the answer to. And my first word of advice and my first major suggestion is to be brutally honest with your campers if they come to you and you're like, I don't know the answer. And you can say that to them. You can be just so transparent and be like, thank you so much for asking me that question. And that is such a good question. But I don't know the answer yet, but I will do my best to find out and get back to you. Um, and so, in figuring out that answer, you can go to people who are wiser than you, whether that's the pastor for the week, or your quad leader, or someone else on summer staff, or someone on full time staff. Anyone who can help you figure out the answer to your camper's question. I would also suggest that you yourself have conversation with God and be looking in your Bible, and seeking out the correct answer. Because it says in Ecclesiastes that there's nothing new under the sun. And so if your camper has a question about it, it is bound to appear in the Bible or at camp or somewhere else in the world. And so there will always be an answer. Maybe it's not an easy answer or the answer that you want or your campers want or one that's very clear, but there will be an answer. You can also say to your camper, hey, thank you so much for asking me that question. I don't feel like that's something that I can answer. But when you go home, you can talk to a safe adult in your life, whether that is a parent or a pastor or a youth group leader or a grandparent or a sibling or anyone in their life who is a permanent figure. Because as counselors, we're there for 1 week. We don't go home with them. And so having discussions that maybe are just more complex and more difficult and require more time and more involvement, that might be just wiser to redirect them to someone who is permanent and consistent in their life. And I would also suggest that if your camper has a super intense, difficult question and they want to sit and work through with you, maybe pull them aside and not include the whole cabin in that discussion, because every camper is in a different spot. And so while one camper might be ready for that, another might be lost, freaked out by the discussion of that caliber. Yeah. And I can't say it enough, but just be honest. Be honest and be like, I don't know. And that's okay, because we're not perfect and we're not supposed to be perfect. And yeah, thank you.